Hey guys, well fellas, I'm back on the Parker. Actually, I never came off the Parker, but something I wanted to show you guys. I was wondering if I got too carried away by cutting it back too far on this side, because it seemed like that's how I'd like to be. And I thought, well, could I gotten by just blending this in around without going too crazy? But you guys can see the difference in the meat down here. And what I did, I blended it back into the middle runner. So what I decided to do, if you can't stop a runner from hogging all the air, what you can do is let the other runner share the same air. So that's what I'm going for, guys. It doesn't really show up too well on here, but I cut all this back. I cut the corner completely out. I blended this back and it's tapered into one sweep here. It looks like a high spot here, but it's really just where the wall came up. I have to still blend it in. But I got the air hose back out, guys. Don't get scared. I know it might sound a little bit off the wall, but this is what I'm going to do, guys. I just want to show you the difference between how I rounded this one in and how this one still has tendency to steal the air, even though I have it kind of on a nice angle here. Except it's thicker here in the corner, where this side I cut more meat back here. I wish it'd show up on camera the way it really is. I angled this way up here. This is really angled up. I took a lot of meat out of that corner. Where this one is just like you were doing a cleanup on it. Well, a little more than a cleanup, because I've taken a lot out of that too, just compared to this one. Let you guys try to see what I'm talking about. And then that. So, you wouldn't think I would matter too much, but here we go, guys. It's going to be a little noisy. I got the air hose out, and I want to show you the difference between the air, how that little bit makes such a difference. I'm going to start off here in the top. So I can get on here. I'm trying to hold this and see through here both and show you guys. So. Right past that arrow, and there's a divider. That's where the air starts speeding to the middle of the plenum. So if that's doing that in the corner right here, how's it doing it all the way across? Like I said, it was hogging all the air before off the plenum, straight down. So if you have it stealing the air here as well, that means these two runners are getting the whole, almost the whole plenum of air. So that's my point with this. Let me do it more times so you guys can maybe get a better look here. That arrow, guys. So, hope that gives you guys an idea on that. So what I want to show you is this side. And I want to show you the difference. This side here, when I blow air through it, this runner back here doesn't take any air until I get all the way into this area right here. Watch, guys. It's not until I get right there on the wall that that back runner starts taking some of the air. Past the wall, guys, and the front runner is still getting the air. I'm all the way back on this, past the wall, and the front runner is still taking some of the air. Behind the wall, about a quarter in on the wall right here. I wish I'd have marked that for you guys. About right here. So that's where the air still feeds the front runner. It's still picking up even after I get to the second, past this wall right here to the second runner, which feeds the center of the intake. So, was it worth me doing? Am I on the right track? I hate to do tests like this, guys, but there's no magic with me. There's, no other way that I can do stuff. I did put powder, like I test with powder a lot of times on the floor, but that's not giving me the same information. That would only tell me what I was doing as far as kind of the fuel chattering. It'd simulate that somewhat. And even that's not really a good way to do that, because you really need a wet surface to do that the correct way. But I was just trying to see if it would show me what runners were grabbing that first, but it dissipated so quick it didn't tell me nothing. So that's why I got the old tape back out, guys. At least it doesn't lie. The only problem I have is holding this consistent when I'm trying to show you guys. I can't get it to come out quite as well on the test when I show you guys. I'm trying to look through the phone. I'm trying to hold this. But it's a big difference, fellas. Like I said, there you have it here. In front of that is where it's given up. And it gives up completely once it hits this runner. So the front runner here goes away. It doesn't even have any more air. Where, like I said, this runner here, it's pretty crucial, guys. If you were here with me, you would understand better. It's hard to do this on film. But I just wanted to show you guys this because I thought, did I really need to cut this back this far? Because what had happened, once I took this wall right here down and blended it into this wall that was stealing all the air, that seemed like was the idea that I should have went with in the first place instead of cutting all this back. But now this just proved my point more here. And I cut it back so far, guys, I epoxied it already. I went through. So, but here's my theory. What I want to do, and I might change my mind on this once I start blowing through it and testing some things out. What I might do, I think I'm going to have these runners, the middle runner here, share this runner. So, and then, same principle here. I'm going to try to share this runner with this runner. Okay, all the way around. Back here, this wall, I'm going to share this with this one. And that's why I'm thinking about leaving the divider in here a little bit. I'm kind of wondering if it'd be better off to still take this out and cut it back more. I don't know if that'd be better. But if I do that and then it kind of defeats what I just did here, then what? Because it might change how that air is moving right there. So I think that's where I'm going to be at with this. I'm going to just try to keep it like that and blend it in just like I did over here and keep working on cutting it back. But I thought I'd run this by you guys. I wanted to just share information, especially if somebody was to get into this, and it might save you a heartache of saying, well, I seen somebody do that, and it kind of gives you a ballpark, at least what way to lean. I mean, I'm stumbling on my round on this myself, guys. It's get me where I get a little frustrated, but like I said, it just takes time. When you're doing something like this here, there's no easy way around stuff. And the thing is, we think we're doing something good sometimes, and like I said, sometimes it's not. In the real world, I would think this would be really a big improvement. And who knows, compared to the way it was before, I don't know how bad this was before. All I know is after I rounded this off that it was a little bit better. And then started tapering this back. So how bad was it from the get-go? Oh, and another thing, guys, I forgot to mention this wall. Nobody can even believe how much I straightened this wall. The wall was actually over here, and then the runner went outwards. So you're wasting. The air is actually moving like this here when it goes in. I want it straight, guys. That's the whole idea of doing this whole thing right here, just to get the air straight. I'm not looking for a super flow intake because, to be honest, this thing's probably going to outflow my head so much it might not be any good to me with the stock heads I'm using. If I was to use an 11R head or something, then I wouldn't even worry, but this is for stock stuff, and that's the only problem I'm concerned about. And one thing I wasn't going to do was try this on the motor that's in my car now. My son asked me, he goes, "You're not putting that intake on that, are you?" I said, "No." Well, did I lie to him? I didn't mean to, and I really didn't. It's just that I changed my mind about that, because why would I want to wait till I get this bucket list engine done and then try it on that? I might as well see where the air and fuel reading comes from on this engine. If it's a mutt, it's a mutt. I don't expect it to perform on this engine because I know them heads don't flow enough to accommodate this intake. In the short term, I don't believe is nowhere good enough. But one thing about this intake that I've done all this work to, I think the boosters are going to have a lot easier job feeding 8 runners instead of 4. I'm kind of thinking that will come out like that. I don't know, but I was wondering about if things would pick up as far as the air and fuel mixture. That's what I'm concerned about, and I'm hoping that's going to help out. So the only way I'll know that is to put it on the engine and test it. So you guys will be there for that test too. We'll see if the car slows down a half a second, if it has no bottom end, or if it's real responsive and then still has no power. We're going to find that out, guys. I just thought I'd throw that out there while I'm doing this segment, because this is what's running through my mind, so I might as well just share it with you guys. That way you know where I'm coming from with my thinking on this stuff. You might as well know what I'm thinking about, instead of saying, well, he's hogging that intake out and doing this and that, and he's using stock heads, and I don't know about that. Because on you guys that think like that, I'm right with you. I'm not trying to do something that I know is going to defeat my purpose. It's just I know one way or another, this intake has to work a certain way, whether it's on this engine, another engine. I know this, guys, it wasn't doing very well the way it was, so we're just going to keep hammering at it and take it from there. All right, guys, have a good night. See you later.